Hi, thank you very much for clicking on to this video. So I wanted to share this picture, y'all. I don't know how I'm gonna edit it, but it's gonna be on this side or this side. But I had took a picture of what the zip tie on my door handle looked like, and I wanted to share it because some people just never saw it before. It's like you may have never heard of it before. And apparently a lot of men have never heard about this before, so I don't know. But I just wanted to share it to see, like, so y'all can see exactly what it looked like. And I'm not really sure if they do this to like all of them, but this one was on there like pretty tight, like the roundness of the door handle, it wasn't that much space like when I had tried to cut it off. And this is like after the police had got there, like everything was all said and done or whatever. Because I wanted to mention this too, because I ended up having to cut it off myself. At first I didn't want to, because I'm like, I didn't know like what was on there or whatever. But the police officer had mentioned that he had a knife or whatever. He said he could cut it off, but he didn't want to damage the paint or whatever, like mess up the car. But I'm like, is the paint really that important, or is being kidnapped more important? Like, I was like, okay, I mean, I don't care if it's like, if it's the paint chipped on there or whatever. It's like I don't want to be riding around with that on my car or whatever. I'm out to fix this real quick. But yeah, I didn't want to be riding around with that on my car or whatever. Like, that's super weird. And I ended up cutting it off. And good thing I did have a pair of scissors. Like, I had got these scissors from the Dollar Tree, y'all. I mean, they kind of weak, but it was enough to cut off this like little zip tie. So if you don't have like a knife or something in your car, you may want to like carry it around. I know everybody don't be riding around with scissors, but just so happened I had some in my car because I had just bought them and I had needed it for something else or whatever. But yeah, because I wouldn't have had nothing else to cut it off with. So yeah, I would suggest to buy some scissors. Not like everybody is wanting this to happen to them, but just to be on the safe side, because like you just never know if somebody like following your car or whatever and they see that on your car. So that's like them basically marking the car. And I don't know, honestly, I don't know what else, because I had checked the car just to see like what else she done did to my car, but I didn't see nothing else. But I wanted to mention too that if you look this up, like you can just look up zip ties on a car door handle. But that's like a tactic that they use. Well, one of the tactics that they use, because like when you walk up to your car and you see a zip tie, it's like, of course you're gonna be trying to like find something, like possibly look down in your purse or whatever to find something. That's like more than enough time for somebody to come out and like, try to snatch you up or whatever. So I ain't do none of that. I had looked around swiftly, like just looking around just to see if I see somebody. And this is like in a space to where like people actually live on this street. So it do be like pretty active. But I did ask a couple of people, like, did they see somebody or whatever? But it's kind of hard to determine, like, who could have saw somebody, because some people don't really be paying attention. Because like this one guy, he was like an older guy, and he don't have a car or nothing, so he ain't know nothing about nothing. I was like, okay, it's fine. But he was like, he ain't see nobody. But some people are just like that. But yeah, I would definitely pay attention to that, y'all. It's not, and tell me why the police officer, I forgot to mention this yesterday, y'all, but the police officer tried to say that it was like some type of urban legend. I feel like he was trying to make a joke out of it, and I just don't think that was funny. I was like, what you mean urban legend? It's like they don't be wanting people to know the truth about certain stuff. And you know how since TikTok, like people really be spilling some tea on TikTok and like sharing information that's not supposed to be out there. It's like you not supposed to know certain things. That's all I was saying. Like sometimes I feel like the police be like with that type of stuff too, especially when it comes towards children. I hate to say this, y'all, and I don't want them to ban my channel, no, but for real, it's true. But sometimes it's like, police officers are people in these certain positions. They got like these fetishes, okay? And I actually got a message that I got early this morning, y'all. I'm gonna make it after I make this video, but it's something that I was shown last night or like early this morning. But yes, like they got these fetishes or whatever, and it's like the money coming from somewhere. Like I had mentioned yesterday, the whole X trafficking thing is like a $1 billion business. Like they make more than Taco Bell in certain corporations. And then for some reason, y'all, this just came to my head, and I don't know who needs to hear this, but that organ harvesting too. And I was not even thinking about that yesterday, because that's not something I be thinking about all the time, but it's like I am aware of it. But for some people, you could be wants to be careful about that too, that organ harvesting. And I've watched a documentary on that too. I think it was like on the History Channel, but that's like a dark, like that video I watched was like super dark. And they was like over in a different country, but I know they be doing it in the US too. But it be like the authorities be tied to that too, like that whole thing that happened to the girl Shanika Jenkins. I think that was her name, Shanika Jenkins, the girl that was in the hotel. I forgot what hotel it was at, but basically that's what it was. It was like the organ harvesting or whatever. But yeah, and it's like some higher ups was like tied to that too, so that's pretty scary. It's like I don't feel safe out here, especially when you got, it's like, who else you gonna call? I wish it was like somebody else that we could call, because like the police don't really be doing nothing, and we don't got nobody else to call. So it's like you gotta call them, but then you gotta take it's like you gotta take matters into your own hands too. But yeah, I just wanted to share this picture, y'all, just so y'all can see what it looked like, because some people just don't know what it looked like. They never saw it before, and it's almost like just they may make it seem like it's like a kid or somebody doing a prank. No, it's tied to X trafficking. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. Thank y'all very much for watching.